On the part of the Blue Ribbon Committee, this hearing is now called to order, and this is a joint hearing between the Blue Ribbon Committee and the Committee on Public Works, very well initiated by our distinguished senator from Jansan and Sarangani, the champion of the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao. Senator Pacquiao, can you call the
Thank you.
call to order on the part of the Public
On the
Works?
part of the
Public Works.
Public Works Committee,
This hearing is now
this hearing now is
in order. Convene.
is um
Call to order.
is called to order.
The chair recognizes the chairman of the Committee on Public Works, the Honorable Senator Manny Pacquiao, to make his preliminary statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning. As chairman of the Committee on Public Works, I am interested in finding out the faults in the system. This is the primary reason why I filed the Senate Resolution number 561 to investigate this issue. Investigation. Today I wanted to find out several things. First, how true is it that the government has been paying penalties because there are infrastructure projects whose right-of-way have not been settled and secured? To DPWH, kindly submit that the list of the infrastructure projects under your office that are pending or not completed because of the right-of-way problems. If there are any, if you have it now, please submit it. Another, how do we strengthen the interagency coordination and accountability for the verification of claims so that we stop the syndicates from using fake titles and documents? Nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng mga resource persons na nandito ngayon. Marami pong salamat sa iyong pagdalo. Marami po tayong dapat malaman mula sa inyo na mga detalye, pero ang bottom line dito ay ayaw na nating magpatuloy ang ganitong kalakaran ng mga sindikato. So, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Senator Pacquiao. Let me just, before I make my preliminary statement, in fairness to the members of the committees, I'd like to ask Mr. Kimbo, Attorney Kimbo, to introduce who our guests will be today, resource persons, and if they had been properly administered their oaths of office, their oath of,
Your Honor, if I may proceed.
please go ahead.
From the Department of Justice, we have its representative, Assistant Secretary Sergio Yap II. From the Department of Public Works and Highways, we have Undersecretary Maria Catalina Cabral. She's Undersecretary for Planning and PPP.
Is Ms. Cabral here? With all the resource persons called here, please proceed here. It doesn't help us if we have to look for you. Is Ms. Cabral here? Raise your hand if you're here. And what is her office?
Undersecretary for Planning and PPP. We have Attorney Estrella Decena Saldivar, Director for Legal Service of the Department of Public Works. Ms. Noraisa Abdullah, CPA, Accountant for Region 12. Engineer Basir M. Ibrahim, Regional Director, Region 12. Director Patrick Gatan, Project Director, Flood Control Management Cluster. Attorney Jahara Ali Makadato, Legal Officer, Region 12. Ms. Nasif Papandayan, CPA, Accountant 3, Head Accounting Unit, Region 12.
Is she here? Will you please proceed right away here?
Mr.
Just a
Romeo
moment, just a moment. Who is the gentleman who came in, please? Anong pangalan po ninyo? Can you please sit here so we can... Ayusin nyo kagad to. Ano pangalan? Makadayan?
Papandayan, sir.
Mapandayan?
Papandayan.
Papandayan. What is his position?
Accountant 3, Head Accounting Unit, Region 12 of the Department of Public Works and Highways.
Okay.
Mr. Romeo S. Momo, former Undersecretary for Mindanao
Right.
Operations.
Okay.
Mr. Reynaldo S. Tamayo, former Regional Director, Region 12.
Mr. Tamayo.
Dito na ba siya? May I continue, sir?
Yes, please.
Department of Budget and Management, Director Ahmad Usman, Acting Director 3, Regional Office number 12.
Ahmad Usman.
From the Commission on Audit, we have Auditor Renato Rosales, Auditor for DPWH National Office. Director Susan Donalvo, Director 4, Region 12. Auditor Elmina Buenbrazo, Auditor for DPWH General Santos City. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Attorney Cesar Bacani, Regional Director for NCR, representing the Attorney Dante Guieran. Director Olivo A. Ramos, Regional Director. Mr. Emelito.
One moment, please. Sorry. Attorney Bacani, what is your position there? Please speak to the microphone.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am the Regional Director, National Capital Region, sir.
NBI.
Opo.
Okay, thank you.
Director Olivo Ramos, Regional Director. Mr. Emelito Santos.
NBI also.
Yes, sir. All from NBI. Agent.
And-
Mr. Mamerto Telio.
No, just a moment.
Sorry.
Who are these gentlemen? The first one? Emilito Santos, NBI. You're part of the investigation team. Can you write down his name, please? You can let them sit down there. And who else?
Mr. Mamerto Telio, also an agent of the National Bureau of Investigation.
All right.
Mr. Laureano Tugas II, Special Investigator. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, Ms. Maria Socorro Lozano, Revenue District Officer, Revenue District Office number 10110, General Santos City.
Ms. Lozano, can you take the seat beside Yusek Cabral? Yes. Yusek Cabral, you keep moving around. Where is Yusek Cabral now? In the corner. First you were there, then you were there, now you are there. You are like a butterfly.
Attorney Shirley
Just
S.
a moment, just a moment. I just want to know the name of Ms. Lozano. Maria Socorro Lozano. On the BIR, right?
Yes, sir.
General Santos City, sir.
Jansan.
Attorney Shirley Panes Ruiz, OIC Chief, Legal Division, Revenue Region number 18, Coronadal City.
Yung mga assistant, nilagay niyo kung saan ano.
It's there, sir.
Red.
From Revenue District Office number 110, General Santos City, Attorney Joseph Arguelles.
So the BIR team is all there, right? I just want to be sure.
From the Land Registration Authority, they're represented by Director Randolfo Amansek.
Are you the head of the administrator now?
He's representing the administrator, Mr.
I'm
Chair.
representing the administrator, Your Honor. I'm the director for the legal service of the LRA.
Where is the director?
I just talked to the administrator this morning. He's still in Davao. He attended a official functions since Thursday of last week.
What's his name? What is the
Renato,
name of the administrator?
Renato Bermejo. Your Honor.
Bermejo.
Yes, sir.
You know, many of your people here are from Jensan and they traveled here. This meeting has been announced a month and a half ago. Why is he not here?
I was told that he contracted a certain illness, Your Honor, that constrains him from walking.
Illness is usually associated with evasion when they're charged with corruption.
That's the information that I gathered, Your
Will
Honor.
the secretary please, committee secretary, please admonish His Majesty Mr. Bermejo to attend here?
Actually, sir, if I may, I'm here only because I'm one of the investigators that submitted the report. But since I'm
Because
the
the
most...
land registration administrator is vital to this investigation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because they're thwarting the whole system there, including the coded titles, correct?
Yes, sir.
That is part of your investigation report, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please answer yes. You're not an Indian citizen who
Yes.
goes like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired. I slept at 4:30 this morning, and we had to work on this for the last several weeks. Go ahead.
Also from the Land Registration Authority, Attorney Mariano Lugares. He is representing Mr. Edgar Pampanga, who is the Register of Deeds,
here, Your Honor.
LRA General Santos City.
Mr. Pampanga cannot physically be present at this session, Your Honor, because he's suffering from stroke, Your Honor. He has suffered the stroke for 6 times. He
For
cannot,
the
6 times,
sixth time.
yes.
Since when?
Since 2005. And he could not
Is
stand alone.
he still acting? Is he still working?
She has retired, Your Honor, in
Or retired
2015.
na siya?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Sir John Pastrana, Chief Micrographics and Computer Division of LRA as well. Attorney Peter Armand Henares, former Register of Deeds, LRA General Santos City.
Can you please sit down here? Register of Deeds.
Yes, sir.
Ano pangalan?
Peter Armand Henares.
Armand Senares.
Henares, sir.
Uh-huh. Jensen Register of Deeds?
Former, Your Honor.
Former.
Attorney,
Sinong pinalitan niya? Sinong ngayon? Ngayon si Kwan, di ba? Iba yun sa city assessor, no? Who's the current? You're the current, right?
Actually, there are 3 acting Register of Deeds, Your Honor,
Mm-hmm.
in the persons of Attorney Maria Teresa Pescadera, Miss Nelia Purisima, and Attorney Carolina Ramos, Your Honor. These Attorney Maria Teresa Pescadera and Attorney Carolina Ramos are present today, Your Honor.
Are they here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you please stand up? Can you please sit behind the gentleman there, please? So, nakaayos tayo para pag hinanap namin yung mga registered deeds. You're there. Get your name, please.
Attorney Teresa Pescadera and Attorney Carolina Ramos.
Yes. You were there at the last hearing in Jensen, right? All of you? Who were not there at the last hearing in Jensen? Please raise your hand, those of you who were not there. Alright, so, mga bago, kaya nga tinatanong ko. Sige, go ahead.
From the RTC Branch 37, Honorable Panumbulan Mimbisa, presiding judge.
Still active, Judge? Yes. Would you mind sitting here? You are the Panumbulan. Ano pangalan?
Mimbisa. Panumbulan Mimbisa.
Mendisa. Saan sila? Sa RTC
Branch 37, Jensen.
37, Jensen. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for coming. Go ahead.
Colonel, we have also here Colonel Chino Mamburam.
All right. In what capacity is he representing somebody or
No, he's the
brother,
spouse.
right?
Yeah, spouse of Miss Wilma Mamburam.
Yeah, all right. Okay. And Wilma is here?
A brother,
Brother,
sorry,
brother.
brother.
And Wilma is here?
Not yet, sir. Andito yung abogado nila, sir.
Your Honor, I'm the counsel of Wilma Mamburam. Actually,
And by the name of
Attorney Paul Lagwatan, Your Honor.
attorney?
Paul Lagwatan, Your Honor.
Yeah, I know you.
Yes, sir.
You're the Suki. And
No, Your Honor.
Paul Lagwatan. Yes, Paul.
I just received a SMS message from the daughter, Your Honor. Wilma Mamburam is in the emergency room right now, Your Honor, of St. Luke's, Your Honor.
Emergency room, St. Luke's.
Yes, Your Honor.
Quezon City or
I think it's the fourth,
The fourth.
For the fourth, yes. The fourth, tama. The fourth.
okay? When did that happen?
When she was going here, Your Honor. she was, the daughter told me that she suffered from severe chest pain because she has an heart ailment, Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Thank you.
Miss Evelyn Paloso,
Evelyn Paloso. Oh. Nasa labas kayo ng ruweda. You have to be in the arena like Manny Pacquiao is always in the middle of the arena. Ms. Paloso represents what? Sa? Nagbibigyan ng SPA. The SPA group. Alright, SPA. Ms. Paloso.
may I continue, Mr. Chair?
Huh?
May I continue, Mr. Chair?
You don't have to ask my permission, Rudy.
Mr. Roberto Katapang Jr., State Witness under the Department of Justice.
Right. Welcome back.
From Aldevinco, Attorney Jonathan Jimenez.
Jonathan, are you here? You know, we've been calling the people here. Why do we have to call you? Do you want us to prepare trumpets and drums so you can come here in style?
And Mr. Basilio Rupisan.
Everybody, the cast should all be here para we can be quick about it. What does Mr. Jimenez represent? Mr. Jimenez?
Aldevinco.
Aldevinco, what does he represent? Joy, ano siya? Lawyer of Del Canter, our sons. Yeah. Okay, this is done. Anybody else?
Wala na, sir. That's
What about Secretary Villar? Secretary Singson, were they invited here?
They were invited, sir.
Oh.
But they...
Who is representing the PWH Secretary Villar? Yusek Cabral, are you representing him? Oh, don't look at them. Look at me, please. I look better than they do.
I was not instructed to represent him, sir.
Would you mind calling him and tell him that you're here and that I would have to ask you questions on DPWH?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Thank you all.
Wala lang, sir.
Would you please administer the oath to those, and will some of the Blue Ribbon as well as my staff take the names of the people who are taking their oaths part of it, so it will be a matter of record individually. They have taken their oaths.
Yes, sir. Those who are here for the first time, could you please stand? And raise your right hand.
Take a picture.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
Okay, so let the record state that Mr. Rosales of the COA is here, Mr. Usman, Director Usman of DBM is here. Mr. Can you please raise your hand, Mr. Bacani, Attorney Bacani of the NBI, and Attorney Ramos, Director Ramos, the Regional Director of the NBI, and the two gentlemen from the NBI, Mr. Santos and Mr. Telio, is that correct? And the lawyer from LRA, and Mr. Katugas also have taken their oath, and Principe Amante, Amansek, all right. Thank you. Have taken their oaths on this side. Please sit down on the right side. On the center stage is Asek Yap of Secretary of Justice. They have taken their oath. He has taken his oath. And the lady is Attorney Jahara Makadato. Sorry? Noraisa Abdullah. Ba't nagpalit? Where is Jahara? Oh, nagpalit kayo. Can you please switch? Because I have you on my sitting arrangements so that I will not be confused. All right, and let the record state that
Ano, Your Honor, from BIR Jensen.
from BIR Jensen, the second oath, and and Mr. Ruiz, and who else? Can you help me out, Judy? And Joseph Arguelles all have taken their oaths, right? And of course, Romy Momo, former undersecretary, retired, and Nasif Pandayan, CPA, Certified Public Accountant, Head Accounting Unit, DPWH, and the two ladies there, Register of Deeds, ano pa
Era.
Escadera, and
Carolina
I have
Ramos.
to say, I have to do this, otherwise I cannot make a report completely. So you've taken your oaths, all right? And where is the SPA person? Special Power of Attorney. Has she taken her oath the last time?
Miss Paloso.
Miss Paloso? Did you take your oath? Huh?
She did. Sa Jensen, sir.
She was there, huh?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir, we were there.
Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you.
We have a latecomer,
So,
Mr.
please, thank you very much for the inconvenience. I'm sorry I have to ask you to do that. It's also for your protection as well as for the Blue Ribbon's integrity that we do this.
Your Honor, there's a latecomer.
Uh-huh.
Engineer Ray Francisco, District Engineer, South Cotabato, 2nd District Engineering Office.
Can you please move forward here? Sitting arrangement. Have you taken your oath, sir? Attorney Francisco? Mr. Francisco, have you taken your oath? Oh, Rudy, she has not taken his oath.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do, sir.
Thank you.
Let the record say that Mr. Francisco of DPWH has I will put all the first names later. All right. Good morning, everyone. This is the third joint public hearing of the Committees on Accountability of Public Officers and Investigations, otherwise known as the Blue Ribbon Committee on Public Works. And I just want to point out that I'd like to acknowledge again the presence of Senator Pacquiao. And in as much as the oaths have been administered, we are here to continue the investigation. Pinagpapatuloy po natin ang investigation dito sa resolution number 561 filed by my co-chairman, Senator Pacquiao. The good senator aims to investigate the need of legislation for the Department of Public Works, for the Public Works Committee, and for the Blue Ribbon accountability in terms of malfeasance, misfeasance, and non-feasance in a connection with the reported road right-of-way project scam in General Santos City, and for that matter between Region 9 and Region 12. Tama ba yan? Between Region 9 and Region 12. As found out during the last hearing in General Santos, the lands in the project were covered by spurious land titles. Mga peko po ang mga land titles, whereas its own city assessor, who is not here, and I don't know why Director Kimbo has not mentioned, and I will say it now, those of whom, the people whom we invited, I don't care. I mean, they're here, we're all here, and why is he coming tomorrow? Mr. Denopol has indicated he will come tomorrow. It is not like this meeting was scheduled yesterday. This is scheduled a long time ago. In fact, I wanted to postpone it, but in fairness to all of you, you have made plans. We continued with this meeting. And as much as we scheduled this a month and a half ago. We need Mr. Denopol here to make sure that we have the tax mapping of Jansan. Also, Mr. William Uy, who admitted he received checks and that he is the payee on most of the checks. He received 2 million for 2% for each transaction. He's not here also. Where is he? My God, everybody's in the hospital today. So you have Wilma Mamburam, and now Mr. Uy is now in the hospital, and also Mr. Pampanga of the DPWH. He cannot attend because she is ailing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you. Let me just go on an overview very quickly on what has happened, and I'll have the PowerPoint here. Pakitignan lang ho ninyo. Ito yung nakalap natin mga ebidensya na nakaraan sa investigation report. Go ahead, please. As I said, gumagamit sila ng fabricated documents. That's why I wanted the LRA to be here. Alam naman ninyo, ang mga dokumento ng titulo ay sagrado yan. Pagka yan ay niloko, ang ating bansa ay magkakaroon ng malaking problema, hindi makakautang ang mga tao, at talagang ang transaksyon sa mga negosyo ay maapektuhan. Kaya napakahalaga ng binuksan na investigasyon ni Senator Pacquiao because it strikes at the very heart of business transactions in this country. At yung mga magmamana ng kanilang mga lupa, yung pinaghirapan ng mga tao, dapat may integridad yung mga titulo. Certainly, yung pagbabayad ng mga right of way ay ginagamit sa mga titulong yan. Kaya napakahalaga na si Secretary ng Director ng ano ba? Dinopol be here. I hope he'll be here tomorrow. Will he be here tomorrow, Attorney? Will he be here tomorrow?
I was not briefed on that, Your Honor. I
Well,
only
can
got the
you call him
message that,
immediately to tell him that he should be here tomorrow?
yes, I will inform him, sir.
So too all the others. Itong panglilin lang na ito sa bansa ay sinamahan pa ito ng mga pamimeke ng mga pangalan na ginagawa na sa mga titulo o mga taong dapat tumanggap ng pera. At saka ang kung ito ay gumagamit sila ng special power of attorney or SPA in favor of the syndicate and all in favor of Ms. Wilma Mamburan et al. And this is all kasama ang ilang mga public officials sa patunayan na yan, mostly in the regional level. So I want to ask later on, ASEC Yap formally, naganda na ba kayo based on the last investigation na andun pa si dating Secretary Aguirre? Sabi ko sa kanya, we have enough to file cases against these people because nabulat-lat natin mahigi at umami na isang testigo doon, si Mr. Uy, na sinabi niya tumatanggap siya at ginagamit lang yung mga pangalan at lahat. At pagtapos tinuro niya pa si Ms. Wilma Bomborao na siyang pasimuno or mastermind itong paninilang na ito sa ating bansa. So, is it my understanding that there is something that's going on now with the DOJ to pursue this investigation? Because ito ay sa siyam na parsela lang po ang paninilang. Umabot daw kagad ito ng 288 million. Can you show me the slide, please? At para maalaman ng lahat, siyam na parsela ito ng lupa. Yan ang mga pangalan based on the certified true copies. Siyam na pangalan at ito ang nakalagay dyan mga pangalan ay Ricardo B. Canada, Anita Austria, Ramon Ballesterso, Julieta Fernandez, John Bacudo, Maria Faye Villamarin. Lahat ito, ang heiress ito, Maria Faye Villamarin, tatlo sila, tatlo yung hawak ni Maria Faye Villarin and Mary Ann Joyce. Maabot ang mga parsela sa mga unang binanggit ko, 25,713 square meters. Dito sa kabila, maabot ng 23,238 square meters ang binayaran ng gobyerno na para magawa yung Digos Macar Road na ang haba noon, Director Tamayo, ay ang haba nung mga parselang involved na yan, sa kalyang yan, ay ilang kilometro?
Your Honor, I'm not aware.
Pero kayo ang regional director ng panahon na yun eh.
I was the regional director of Region 12 noong 2012 na, Your Honor. All the documentary requirements and the
No, ang tinatanong ko lang ho, gaano kahaba yan, if you know.
I'm not aware.
I am told it is 30 kilometers. Anybody from DPWH here na magsabi niyan? Yes. Director, ano pa niya? Si Francisco.
Yes, sir. That's 30 kilometers.
30 kilometers.
Within
Ang
Jensen.
lumabas sa pera dyan ay, ang total is 255.55 million ang binayad sa siyam na parsela para sa 30 kilometers. Now, Mr. Francisco, can you divide 255 million divided by the 9 parcels of land? Yan bang 25,000 square meters ginamit yan sa kalsada lahat?
I cannot say, sir.
You cannot say.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you an engineer?
Yes, sir. But bago lang pa ako sa Jensen, sir.
Hindi, walang kinalaman yun. I will tell you, we're not stupid here, you know. I'm sorry, I'm a bit testy. Alam po ninyo, hindi ko ba ang isang kalye, eto, ilang lanes ito? Apat. Apat na lanes ito. Are you familiar with the highway na ginawa ito?
Yes po, sir.
4 lanes, hindi ko ba?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, gaano ang haba, ang lapad ng isang 4-lane highway?
Yung 4 lane, sir, is we need almost 20 meters width, including the shoulders.
Actually,
and,
about 17
yes, sir.
meters. Meron ng shoulder yon at meron pang extra, right?
Drainage, sir.
Ha?
Drainage.
Ano? Drainage for
po,
drainage.
sir, Your Honor.
So, kung i-divide mo yan, ilan ang ginamit sa bawat, halimbawa, lupa ni Ricardo Canada na 25,713 square meters. Doon sa 30 kilometer na haba na yon, 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, correct, sir? Mr. Francisco?
Yes po, sir.
1 kilometer, so
Is-
dapat 30 kilometers is 30,000 meters, ano po?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Pero pag tinotal mo, itong sobra-sobra na itong 25,713 square meters. Hindi ba? Kakapusin ka na kanina ng 5 square meters doon sa isang lupa pa lang yan. Eh, ilang 25,000 yan? Austria, 25,700. Ramon Ballestero, 25,713. Pare-pareho. No? Julieta Fernandez, 25,713. Eh, pag tinignan mo yan, lampas na 100,000 meters na yan, di ba? Eh, ang kailangan nyo lang 30,000 meters. Ang binayaran ng gobyerno, sa nakalap namin na nakaraan, inuulit ko lang para sa mga nanonood na wala sa dyan sa anong araw, ang binayaran nila ay 255.55 million. Ilang bang ginamit na metro para dyan sa highway na yan? Sa 30 meters na yan. Ilan ang ginamit nyo sa lupa? Ito mga ito.
Kung iano po natin, sir, if we compute the total amount by 30 kilometers, the result will be 8,500 pesos per meter.
Correct. 8,500 meters.
Yes.
Alright? Ang binayad, 255,000. 55 million. Divide 255,000, 55 million. Magkano ang halaga ng lupa by 8,000 meters? Lalabas 3,193 per meter. Siyam na parsela lang yan. Hindi ginamit lahat yung metro na 2.5 hektarya halos yan. Ang ginamit lang, ikaw mo, 8,000 meters. Ang binayaran ng gobyerno ay 255.5 million pesos. Ganon katindi. Ganon kamahal Sir? Tama ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
At nung napatunayan natin last time yan, tinanong ko ang COA, chinek ba ng COA yan? Andito ang COA. Chinek ba ni Mr. Tamayo yan? O chinek ba ng RD yan? O bago kayo nagbayad, hindi ba? Ma'am, sabi ko, ano nangyari dyan? Ba't di nyo na-check yan? Ang laki-laki ng binabayad ng gobyerno. Hindi ba? Please ask the microphone. Ibig sabihin po, nalusutan tayo. Hindi ba ang proseso ninyo bago pumasok ang lupa sa ang proseso ay project identification muna nung gagawin proyekto. Gagawa tayo ng lupa dito sa Digos Bacar Road, kakailangan natin ng lupa na 8,000 meters. Yun lang kailangan di ba? Sir, Yusek Cabral, sumagot kayo dyan. DPWH kayo.
Yes, sir.
So, susukatin ninyo. Ito yung highway, 4 na lane. Mula doon hanggang dito, kailangan natin ng 8,000 meters.
Parcellary survey, sir.
Parcellary survey. Ano? Gagawa kayo ng detailed design, right? Sa umpisa pa lang, di ba, kailangan meron ng TCT, tax declaration, tax clearance, approved subdivision plan from the LMB, DNR, and other documents that may be required. Tama po ba yun? Ginagamit ko lang yung inyong procedures.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ginawa ho ba yun? Ginawa po ba yun? Nakita niyo yung mga lupa. Ito yung titulo. O, titulo ni Canada, 25,713 square meters. Sobra-sobra ata yung kinukuha niyong lupa. Di ba kayo nagtanong? 9 parcels of land on the average is about 24,000 square meter. 24,000. Ang gagamitin nyo lang ilagay nyo lang para madali, 9 times 24. Magkano yun? Ha? 9 times 24. 216,000 square meters. Ang gagamitin nyo lang 8,000. Pero ang babayaran nyo, 255.5 million. Wow! So, pwede ko ba sabihin, tulog ang DPWH sa umpisa? Tulog. Yusek Cabral.
They should have done that, Your Honor. With the parcellary survey as basis, sir, they should have identified the lot, the property, and the property owners para po ma-acquire yung right of way.
Pag nakausap na yan, isasabit ito ngayon sa yung detailed design, yung parcellary plan. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Pagkatapos ng parcellary plan, anong gagawin? Isasabit saan?
The design, they will have to approve the designs, Your Honor.
Who will approve the design?
The regional office, the implementing office, Your
The
Honor.
regional office. Pero hawak din na yung mga titulo by that time, right?
They should have already identified the
Identify na
property
yung mga
owners.
titulo, mga tax declaration, mga
Tama
tax
po, sir.
clearance.
Yes, Your Honor.
At mukhang nakalusot din sa regional director. Tama ba yan? Yusek.
Sir, the regional director siguro po yung makakasagot because
No, but
silang-
you're a Yusek.
Um,
Secretary of the Cabinet.
well, sir, I would assume that they have checked, that they have acquired, identified already the property owners.
Anyway, tinatanong ko na si Dr. Tamayo rito nung araw. Nakalusot sa kanya yun.
Your Honor, sa gaya ng binabanggit ko, wala pa ako nung mag-umpisa itong payment na ito, Your Honor. It's my predecessors.
Wala pa tayo sa bayad ho. Nasa design pa lang.
Yes, sir. It's my predecessor. So,
Sino yung predecessor ninyo?
si Director Macarambon and Director Deron. Dahil 2012 na ako na-assign sa Region 12.
Okay, we will call them. Magtuturuan kayo rito. We will not stop.
Truth, Your Honor. When I was there, the payment already started. When I assumed as Regional Director of Region
So,
12,
nagbabayaran na.
my first, second, and third payment na gaya ng binanggit ko last previous hearing.
Yes, I know. Relax. Relax lang kayo. Pero ibig sabihin yan, ang pinag-uusapan pa lang natin itong proseso. Pagkatapos ng design, dadaan sa regional director. Hindi ko ba? Pagkatapos sa regional director, saan pupunta? Yusek Cabral.
Sir, pag ho na-approve yung design and they've already identified the property owners, they would have already started negotiating the process of acquisition of right-of-way. For the
Pagkatapos
execution.
yung negotiating,
I-validate po nila ang
saan ibigay?
sa regional director po, tapos isasubmit po sa legal service sa pagkakaalam ko for validation.
Babalidate nino?
Ng legal service po, may right-of-way division po sa legal service.
O, yung IRO ba yun? Tawag doon?
May IRO din po nung time yata na yun, Infrastructure
Ano
Right-of-Way
ibig sabihin ng
Committee.
IRO?
Infrastructure Right-of-Way Task Force yata. sir.
Pagkatapos na, pag na-approve na yan, I will cut to the chase. Dadaan pa sa COA yan, dadaan pa sa
Apo.
DBM.
Yes, sir.
Lulusot lahat yan, di ba?
Opo.
Titignan lahat yung papeles na yan.
Yes, sir. Isasubmit po sa Secretary Master List and then
Aabot hanggang Central IRO, right?
Opo. Tama po.
Babalidate nila.
Opo.
Pag sinabing clear na doon,
Isasubmit po ng IRO sa Secretary for request for funding po ng
request for
payment.
funding.
Opo.
Tapos gagawin ng secretary,
I-refer po sa planning para po i-refer, the process is i-refer sa planning, sa programming division, i-request, i-prepare po ng programming division kung may budget po under DPWH, para i-request sa DBM for funding, kasama po yung master list na inaprubahan ng region at saka ng
sa
IRO
iba't
task
ibang
force.
lugar ng Pilipinas yun.
Opo, lahat po yun.
Lahat ng mga right-of-way,
Lahat po ng
pakita
claims.
lahat,
Opo.
yung mga popondohan.
Opo.
Ito, pwede na ito.
Yes, sir.
Pwede na, pero dipindi. Di ba? Sabi ni Manny Pacquiao.
Correct po, sir.
Titignan mo na yan kung tama.
Opo.
Di ba?
Nire-require po ng DBM kasi na may master list. May list of claimants po. Bago nila i-release yung budget, kasama po yung amount na equivalent kung magkano po yung babayad kada claimant sa pagkakaalam ko. So the master list po ay kasama sa attachment para i-submit po sa
Tapos
DBM.
finally, dadaan sa DBM, right?
Opo.
Chichiki rin ng DBM kung tama ibabayad.
Hindi ko po alam kung sinecheck pa ng DBM.
DBM, what do you say?
Nagre-rely po siguro sila.
Yes, exactly. So I would agree on the statement of the lady, Mr. Chairman. We do not validate the list because the requirement before it reaches DBM, the list has already been validated and certified correct by the
Nasabi niya na kung
DPWH.
may pera.
Opo.
So, sasabihin niya may pera.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, babalik. Sa pagkatapos na, babalik saan?
Pagka po naisubmit sa kanila at meron namang kaukulang appropriation sa budget ng DPWH, i-release po siguro nila yung SARO, yung allotment, sa central office po. At ibababa po ng central office sa implementing office. Dahil sila naman po yung nakakaalam kung i-check pa ho nila kasama yung mga documents na hinahanap ng COA para mabayaran po yung...
Hanggang umabot doon sa district office.
Sa kanila po ibababa.
At
Sa
babayaran.
ang tawag po doon sub-alat. Kasi po sa central office i-release ng DBM.
Kasi
yung
hati-hatiin pa. Dito
Opo.
sa Jensen, dito
Tama
sa
po.
Sambales,
Yes
dito
po,
sa
sir.
Pampanga, gano'n. Meron yan, di ba?
Yes, sir. Opo.
At pagdating doon sa magdi-disperse na yung
Opo.
IDO, right?
Opo. Yes, sir.
ID ba yan? Tawag doon? RDO, yung
Regional office po.
Regional...
Regional
uli sa kanya, tapos bababa uli doon sa...
district po. Kung ang district po yung nagpa-implement o mag-acquire ng right-of-way, bababa po sa
Siya
district.
na magbabayad pagkatapos
Opo.
siya na mag-release.
Subject po
So,
syempre
ibig
na...
sabihin yan, ang kanta nyo dyan, I can't do it by myself. Dadaan lahat yan, gagawin lahat dito sa baba, chichikin, susunod sa region, titingnan ulit ng region, pagdating sa central, chichikin uli, yung pera, wala lang yan, bureaucracy na lang yan, pero talaga nag-check ay
Office po, sir.
primary responsibility belongs to the Department of Public Works and Highways bureaucracy from the district officer to the regional district officer to the central office, correct?
Yes, sir.
At pagdating sa secretary, checkin pa ng secretary. And in this particular case, ayaw wala si Secretary Singson, I understand, pina-check niya pa sa LRA. At ang sabi ng LRA, starting a certain Pastrano, Sinabi ni Mr. Pastrano, okay. Okay yan. Walang problema. Di ba? Kaya bumaba yung papel, pagkatapos check-in, binayaran. Nung binayaran na, sama rin pala tayo, ito yung nakuha na namin para maintindihan na lahat, para we're all starting at the same starting gate. Nung binayaran na, ang lumabas sa pera, 255 million, at pinakuha ko yung mga DVD o yung mga tapes ng mga bangko habang nagbabayad at saka yung mga cashier nyo sa DPWH. I'm sure you have a tape, right?
Yes, sir. Sa implementing agency.
Wala pa kami nakukuha tape. Meron na ba? Kung ayaw nyo magbigay ng tape, sorry na lang, I will recommend immediate filing. Sinabi ko na kay Asset Cap. Meron na tayong kaso, Asset Cap, di ba?
Yes, sir.
What are we waiting for? Inamin na ni Mr. Uy, ako kumukuha ng 2%. Hindi lang ito ang kinukuha kong SPA, Special Power of Attorney. Lahat yan, kinuna ni Mr. Uy. Halos lahat. Siya ang tikatanggap at bawat bayad sa kanya, may 2% siya. Tapos tinanong ko, kanino niya ibibigay? Tumayo siya kay Wilma. Tumayo siya, sabi ko, humarap ka rito, ituro mo si Wilma. Kung nandito si Wilma, tinuro niya si Wilma. Do we now have a case? Secretary of Justice, do we have a case?
Yes, Mr. Chair. We already filed based on the 9 claims for against 33 public officials and employees, including the private individuals.
So involved lang ito sa 9
Yes,
parcels?
yes. We already received also another 24 claims, which is still pending with our NBI. So, and another 9 which was received recently, 9 claims. So, we can
Ano
add...
yung claim na yun? Ito, sa kwan lang ito, ha? Digos Bakar Road lang ito.
Yes, yes, sir.
Ano ba ang kinaso nyo? Digos Bakar Road muna.
Yes, sir. For the 9 claims, sir.
NBI, do you concur? Do you agree? Tama ho ba yan? Attorney Bacani?
Tama po, sir.
So, doon natin nahuli last time, hindi ba? Nakita natin lahat siya mga papeles na yan. Kaya natin hinihingi kay City Assessor na yung tax mapping para malaman natin kung sino talaga ang may-ari ng lupa. Papasok naman tayo doon sa pamemeke ng titulo. Tama po ba yan, Director? Pag nakita natin yung tax mapping, ang binayaran ng gobyerno, hindi yung may-ari ng lupa, tebok. Di ba? Tama ba yan, Director? So, kailangan dumating dito si Assessor Dinopol, because otherwise I will instruct the NBI and the Department of Justice to conduct the necessary charges so he can be arrested.
Yes, sir.
Because he's already obstructing justice. Ayaw niya pakita yung mga tax mapping para malaman nyo kung sino talaga may-ari ng mga lupang yan. At kung talagang titignan ninyo yan, makikita nyo lahat yung mga pinepeking lupa halos sa karamihan ng Mindanao areas. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair. In fact, Mr. Chair, when we had our meeting with the fact-finding committee last May 8, there are lists of properties already under or paid by DPWH, but which were counter-checked with the LRA. The titles are still active, meaning they have not been transferred to DP. So,
in fact, the gentleman I'm trying to call here said mali yung sinabi ni Mr. I'm very bad at names. Pastrano, na walang natama yung binigay kay Secretary Singson. Fake news yun. Sabi niya, okay yan. Meron kami dito sa LRT na coded yan na andito sa amin yan. Yung pala, hindi totoo. At yun ang sinabi ng LRA administrator na hindi totoo yun. Tama po ba yan, Mr. Mr. Secretary?
I'm not familiar with the statement earlier by Mr. Pastrana.
If I may clarify, Your
Please.
Honor. There is an alleged letter of Secretary Singson.
Allege?
Yes, sir, because it was supplied to us by NBI. This is the letter dated September 30, 2013, addressed to the former Administrator Diaz.
Yes.
uh, she is requesting a verification of the titles that are embodied in the attached list.
Are you talking about the 9 parcels of land here?
Yes, it included some of those, Your Honor. The total number of titles here is 148.
Yes.
So this is also the base document.
I have a copy here. It is not alleged.
Yes, sir. But the point, sir, is based on our records, we have not received this.
You
We
have
have not
not received the
received
letter
it
of
from
secretarization?
Yes, sir.
How come we have a copy?
And
Nakalagay, received.
the...
Confidential, di ba?
Dinideny nyo yan.
Nakalagay dyan, confidential eh.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
But
But you have a copy there.
it was
Kasi
supplied to
nasabi
us.
mo, alleged.
Yes, sir. It was supplied. This was supplied to us by NBI, sir.
Mm.
They were asking then at that time. They were verifying if this is really received by the LRA. And a check on our records division, record section, showed that this was not received, officially received by
Okay.
LRA.
I will leave that for the moment, but
Yes,
I will ask Mr. Pastrana. Tinanong ka ni Secretary Singson, sabi mo, may copy yan, verifikado yan, may titulo dito yan.
Sir, Your Honor, I did not receive the letter of Secretary Singson. I did not make a letter.
I have a letter for you, signed by you.
It's not my signature, Your Honor.
My goodness. You know, do not tempt us because alam nyo matagal na yung sakit ng LRA na yan, kung na yan, land registration na yan eh. Masyadong napakaraming racket. Everywhere I go, may problema sa titulo ang mga lupa. Yes, would you like to say something? Mr.
Katapang, Your Honor.
Oh, Katapang, yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. About kay Sir Pastrana, bumisita mismo ako sa office niya. Nireport ko yung lagaw na yan kasi hindi pa dapat yan ma-full paid noong 2015. Sinabihan ko siya na bogus yan. Humingi pa siya ng document sa akin to prove na bogus yan. Pero hindi niya inaksyonan, Your Honor.
You know, you better
Sabi
be
niya sa
careful.
akin, mag-file ka ng case sa court. Sabi niya sa akin.
Sabi niya sa'yo,
yun ang
mag-file
sagot
siya
niya.
ng case sa court.
Mag-file ka ng case sa court para sagutin na lang namin. Yun ang sagot niya.
Your Honor, yeah, I admit Mr. Katapang came to my office.
And you told him mag-file ka lang ng kaso sa
No,
korte.
sir. Tinatanong niya paano ako magreklamo. Sabi ko, you have to make a letter first para meron kaming aksyonan. I informed the administrator immediately. Pinahold namin yung mga titles na yan. That's why it was not transacted. Up to now, it's still intact in our register of deeds. So yung pong mga resulting titles right now, derived from this, na under the name of DPWH, hindi po dumaan lahat yan sa LRA. Ang pinag-uusapan lang po natin dito, yung pinanggalingan niyang mga yan, when we were informed by Mr. Katapang, we asked to hold all these titles. That's why hindi po natatransact yung mga titles na
You
yan.
know, I'm rubbing my brow.
No.
Because this is just the first and you're already saying hindi mo na-receive pero may mga letters dito. There will be a lot more and you're gonna say the same thing. You better watch out, mister. You're the kind of fish bait that we want to put in jail. Yung mga ganyang style, sinulatan ka, sasabihin mo, hindi mo natanggap. Kino-confront ka rito, sasabihin mo, wala kang nangyari. Aba, marami-rami ito. Itatambak namin sa iyo lahat yan. NBI should investigate this guy right away. Do not lie. Ayan ang dokumento. Sasabihin mo, hindi mo pirma. Can the NBI please conduct an investigation on the veracity of the signature right away?
Yes, Your
Have you?
Honor.
When you investigate him, did he say the same thing to you na hindi siya pumirma?
Yes, sir. Actually, Your Honor, because of these conflicting statements by the DPWH and LRA, the NBI is already in the process of conducting the question signature as to be compared with the standard of Mr. Pastrana for verification by our examine
Well,
the
when
report.
are you going to complete it? It's just verification of signature.
We are still locating, Your Honor, the original document subject of the
From whom?
as of now it
Ito, I have a copy of this here.
Sir, it is supposed to be with the DPWH regional office, the original question document, because that will be the subject of investigation.
I just want to remind you that the bigger issue here is falsification of titles. Somebody is trying to cover his tracks here, and I think Mr. Pastrana is trying to cover his tracks. Secretary Sixon wrote you a letter, sasabihin nyo, wala kayo sulat. Sabi ni Secretary Sixon, sinabi mo, kaya binayaran yan. Kaya marami-rami kayong binayaran. Kasasabi lang sa akin ni Senator Pacquiao, meron pa, ilan Senator Pacquiao? Ilan namin, how many ang 9 billion?
Ito ay dito lang sa file ko na to 1.2 billion.
1.2 billion. You know, we're going to, di ba LRA under the Secretary of Justice?
Yes, sir.
You better start investigating these people. Matagal lang sakit yan ng LRA. And we're going to investigate. I promise you, I will go and stop and talagang hahalugugin ko yan para mahuli lahat yung mga loko-loko dyan.
Mr. Chair, in fact,
I'm calling on all the public with a claim on false titles coming out of LRA to go to the Blue Ribbon Committee and we will investigate these people. Sobra na yan. Maraming kalokohan kayo ginagawa dyan. Ayaw nyo aminin. You know, I was a mayor. Mayor pa lang ako. Nagkukuha na ng lupa sa mga bayan namin, sa Bataan, sa Cavite, lahat may falsification dyan. Galing sa LRA. So you better tell the truth here. Gonna throw the book at you. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Pastrana, sabi mo hindi nyo pinrases. Pinalitan nyo, napalitan ng title number eh. Napalitan yung title number, pero yung isang same payment, hindi man ito mapapalitan ng title number kung hindi mapaprocess sa LRA. Paano sabihin nyo na hindi nyo na-process? Hindi mo alam. May mga records ako dito na payment at nung last payment, iba na yung title number.
I'm not I would like to see first, sir.
Ano?
I would like to see first, Your Honor, what ano po yung
Bibigyan kita ng kopya nito kung papakita ko sa'yo ha.
I'm going to write a letter to Secretary Guevara, Director Rudy Kimbo. Fair letter addressed to the Secretary of Justice to immediately conduct a thorough investigation of LRA in accordance with this falsification allegedly of signatures. Because ang tagal-tagal na nito, ngayon lang sasabihin, pinalsify yung signature. Do not test our intelligence and our patience here. Okay, good.
Tapos, sir, I don't know if the LBM mentioned ito yung problem natin, sir, is hindi na
Si?
cooperate si DPWH.
Hindi na cooperate?
So, ang nangyayari, sir, yung 9 claims, tapos yung 24
nagdi-delay, DPWH?
They're not furnishing it right away, sir. Ang problem namin, sir, baka ano ba yun, yung mga
Sinusunod na,
baka nawala yung documents. Kaya ngayon, yung signature, sir, mahihirapan kami kasi we cannot verify it.
Sino sa region? Sino sa region?
Sa region na DPWH.
Sino yung ngayon?
Anong masasabi mo, Mr. Pastrana?
Sige, sige. Tingnan mo
Sir,
sa
the
region.
title that you shown
Just a
me.
moment. Yung Region 12, Director, patawag niyo, Rudy? I'm ordering that we call the Region 12 Director here, put him under subpoena. The DPWH better cooperate here as well as LRA. We're not gonna stop. You know, I can hold hearings here 14 hours. I'm being mocked, I'm being accused we have long hearings here because we want to go down to the bottom of this thing. And we're going to issue subpoena, duces tecum, everything, and if we don't, we will lock you up here. Kulong namin kayo, niloloko nyo ang tao eh. Yes, yes. Sino ang Region 12 Director? Are you Region 12 Director, Ibrahim?
Yes, sir. Sa DPWH.
I am getting a complaint here that hindi raw nyo binibigay yung mga dokumento in connection with this case ng NBI. Already cases have been filed against Pastrana and all the others. Now, we need the documents. You have to produce the documents asked of by the NBI. And I'm asking the NBI now kung ano yung mga documents na hinihingi sa kanya, isusupina duces tecum natin yan.
Sir, Your Honor, every time that we receive a request, we really complied as to the asked documents. Binibigay po namin, sir, sa NBI. Unless yung medyo nasa COA, so talagang pinupuntahan din namin.
Well, I'm going to have a conference between you and the NBI and the Secretary of Justice Office, and I'm going to ask them what documents there are, and you better produce the documents in your office tomorrow for the next hearing. And if necessary, I will call continuous hearings until we get those documents. I'm not going to waste our time here. I have a lot of investigations to do. I don't enjoy it. But I don't want people lying here. Especially when I have the documents that you signed and now you're saying you did not sign it. Ngayon mo lang sasabihin niya, ang tagal-tagal lang singil sa'yo yan. Alright, okay, yes.
Your Honor, I would like to inform this body that as regards the September 30, 2013 letter, which was denied by LRA as having received by its office, the other week I was provided with a copy of the document which the Office of the Secretary of DPWH was able to locate, indicating that said letter was indeed received by the LRA by a certain staff, family name was Andres. And I was informed that until now, that staff is still with the Records Division or Department of the LRA. Unfortunately, I was not able to bring the same, but I asked the OSEC to send it to me through Viber.
Where is the office of the LRA?
Quezon City, Your Honor.
East Avenue. You better call your office and you get that guy and you bring him here. I will hold continuous hearings this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Can you give him the name? Natanggap yung sulat, in other words.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pero sinasabi lang, hindi natanggap yung sulat.
Hinahanap
It's the
po sa
kind of double dealing and lying that I will not tolerate in this committee.
I brought some documents. Unfortunately, they are not with me right now. So I asked Office of the Secretary to send it to me through Viber now.
We will go on anyway today. We will open the session and close the session. If I have to conduct hearings until 12 o'clock midnight tonight, I will do that. In the meantime, I will not waste the time of the committee. I suggest, ma'am, what is your name, ma'am? Attorney Saldivar, I did not recognize you. Kasi, all right, get a copy of that document now. You should have brought it here.
I I was looking, maybe I cannot just find it now, but
Eh, dyan na naman ang opisina nyo sa DPWH eh.
I already requested the Office of the Secretary staff to send it now through Viber
Yes, good.
because it is the point at issue.
I
that
do
is
not
here.
appreciate this is the government, a government functionary saying, I did not get it, I'm lying. Who the hell are you? My gosh. Baklase kayong tao ah. Kala nyo kami, mga tanga kami dito. Get that letter and get that person who received it. You better order that person to come over here today.
Yes, sir.
We will finish it today. I do not believe in delaying. When, you know, tick me off, that gentleman there went to you and said, meron siyang complaint. Ano sabi mo? Sumulat ka. That is a typical government behavior that we do not appreciate. Dapat sabihin mo, sige sir, tatrabahuin ko na yan, pero I would appreciate it if you send me a formal letter. Hindi mo papauwiin yung tao, hingi ka ng letter, tapos doon ka magtatrabaho. This is the Committee on Accountability of Public Officers. You are accountable. Under the law, under the ethics law of public officials, in fact, you're supposed to answer right away. Don't you think you can flim-flam your way here? You'll not get away with it, mister. Yes.
Kung nung time na yun, kung sinabihan ko siya na padala niya ng sulat si Singson, hindi na sana na full paid tong lagaw na to. And then yung lagaw na yan, Your Honor, pinabayaran ulit yan ng 2.5 billion ngayon sa panahon ni na Ma'am Jimeno. Inulit yan. Pinalabas nila as extension.
Nabayaran na sila, tapos nagdagdag pa.
Full paid na po, Your Honor, ng 500 million. Pinabayaran ulit 2.5 billion.
255 million lang ito. Ba't naging 500
Siyam lang kasi yan, Your Honor. 18 titles yan.
Oo.
18 titles.
So nagbayad pa ulit doon sa para susunod na title.
To 2 point.
That is why mahaba itong investigation na ito. Ang dami-daming titulong pineki dito eh.
Kaya hindi na sana na full paid, Your Honor, kung in-inform niyo si Secretary nung time na yon na peke yung title na yan.
Oh, sabi pa rin Senator Pacquiao, 40 titles pa ito, 40 titles? 40 payments amounting to 30 million each. 40 times 30 is 1.2 billion. This is a whole syndicate involving DPWH, involving the local assessor's office, involving the register of deeds under your office. It goes all the way up. Kaya sinasabi ko, kaya ako I take pains. Isa ko si Yusek Cabral eh. Nakalusot dito sa first rung. Sa susunod na rung, nakalusot na naman. Nasa center lang, nakalusot. Pero nag-wise si Secretary Singson, sumulat sa inyo, tapos sasabihin nyo, wala kayong nakuha? Now, we will see. If you're lying, I will hold you in contempt. I will lock you up right now for lying. Okay, we will go. The Secretary of Justice should tell us, kasi last month, sabi ko kay Secretary Aguirre, you have enough to go. Senate President Pimentel was with us and Senator Pacquiao. Sabi na, nahuli na eh. Lumabas na lahat, tinuro na lahat eh. Inamin na. Tapos hindi pa kayo magpa-file. Mag-file na kayo kagad, tapusin nyo na yan, para at least panalo na tayo dito sa 9 parcels of land here. Yung susunod, bubuksan uli natin yan. Meron pa palang 9 ito.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nasaan yung mga papeles na?
Nandyan na po sa NBI, binigay ko na po.
Oh.
Yun yung kasunod na 24 SAROS na...
Can you give us a copy of this para at least we know? Or we're not blindsided? Nasaan? Saan to? Nasaan yan? Just for the benefit of the public who is obviously viewing us right now. Ang listahan ng road right-of-way claims in General Santos City alone is 167 folders amounting to 5.6 billion pesos. Marami-raming plunder cases yan. Naka-release na 2.8 billion. We're gonna go after all these people. Nakalula kayo ah. You know, hindi bali yung pera nga eh. Hindi ko pwede sabihin hindi bali yung pera eh. Pero yung title sa pinipeke nyo, kawawa yung mga may-ari ng lupa, nawawala ng title, nakukuha ng ibang tao. Galing sa inyo yan eh. Yung integrity ng title, sasira na. One thing we learned in law school, kaya may Torrens title para to quiet title, that's a term. Quiet title para walang gulo. Kaya ang daming namamatay dyan sa title na binabago-bago eh. Manny, you wanna go ahead and with the others? I think we're done with this particular case. 9 parcels of land. It's very, very clear here that they pulled a fast break here. Again, I repeat, ang kailangan nyo ng lupa para matapos itong lupang ito is 8,000 meters. Ang kinuha nyo lupa, ang total ay kaya nga, i-multiply nyo. Multiply nyo. Ang nakuha nyo, 243,000 square meters. Ang kakailanganin nyo, 8 kilometers. I'm sorry, 8,000 square meters lang. Sorry. 8,000 square meters lang.
Mr. Chairman, also
Yes, go ahead, Senator.
to request to
Yes.
yung DBP, Representative DBP, Mr. Chairman, for the next hearing, we're going to invite representative from DBP. We don't have a DBP representative here.
We have a DBP representative here. By the way, if you think you can get away with it, I already have a copy of the tapes of one of your special power of attorney players receiving money in cash. Millions of pesos being taken out in cash. Tama? Di ba? In cash. Ha? Ha? Alin? Alin yun? Oh, ayan pala eh. Ayan pala yung Viber. Okay na. Can you project it in the screen? This is a serious investigation. In terms of proportion, mas malaki pa ito sa Deng Vaxia. Lalaki ito kasi sa Deng Vaxia. Pero hindi pa naman tapos yung Deng Vaxia. 10 billion yun eh. Sumunod doon, umabot ng 10 billion. Tapos ito na naman ngayon. And this is just one city alone. One city is already 5.8 billion. Wow. Region 9 to 12 is several provinces. Don't know why everybody is sleeping. Oh, shall we continue? We'll just wait. We will have a short recess. While we're waiting for this one. Hindi ba yung mga anak nyo nasabi, Momo? Momo. Bago na sabi. Sige, pwede na, Momo. Pwede na, sir.
Nakatulong ako sa ito, si Sir Bebo, nakatulong ako dati. Parang gusto niyo i-check yung claim na nahuli ni Tolpo.
Oh, yung
Siya pong umuli, siya pong ano na iimbestigahan.
Ano yung kay Teo? Dapat nakahuli na.
Okay po, Sir.
Nakaminis-kay ka pala dyan. Akala ko nakapansalan na. Kaya ba natatapalipat-lipat ka kanina? Ano? Hindi na make sure. Tama ko ito na sa kanya, di ba? Kay Bush. Oh. Ah? Oh, yun. Talaga nito. Bakit ako nakalusot sa mga yan? Sa national lang kayo, sa church kayo. Consolidation. Kalusot yan. Although yung sa amin, kahit na meron pa si yan ang ginagawa pa. Double check kayo. Sabihin mo yun. Yan sa baba talaga nangyari yan. Yan naman, I don't think babes is yan. Wala naman yun. Pero kung ang kaibigan niya, wala naman sa akin. Nakahita kaibigan ko siya kung walang ano. Sinabi, I'm putting pressure on the Department of Justice to finish this.
Meron pa na kami dala siya na transfer na sa at ang na-transfer mo 60 meters feet. From Binayaran ka natin, it's only 4 feet.
Yoy. Yung ako binabola ni Ibrahim.
Based on records.
Niloko lang kita.
Subtitle ba?
Oo.
Kulang pa sila kasi hindi ko rin maintindihan. 10 transfer yung buong 60 meter. But what we need is for 20 meters lang. Transfer sa atin. Baka may planong asikan na mabayaran yung kukulitan. Pero hindi naman mayroon din nabalik na 60 meters yung ito na yung bitis ng 2,000.
Hindi. Isa ko, isa ko yung words. The money that came out is still the same. Kaya lang tayo kinukumpit natin based on the exaggerated value of the 8,000. Pero ang nagamit nila is 8,000. Yan ang binayaran. Pero in effect, binayaran rin natin yung buo. Ganun pa rin yung binayaran natin. Okay na ba? Na pwede na ilabas yung resibo. Hindi yung resibo. Oo. Oh, ano? Kasi resibo.
sa monitor, ikaw lang mag-isa sa mga
Sabi ko, kasama ko dito na.
ito yung ano eh. Lumaki na.
Ang laki na. Kaya katatapusin ako. Katapos ng operation, tutuloy ko pa ito para matapos ko ito.
Yung nakakabahala dito yung warning sa atin nung witness na tumalunas yung video. To replicate the road right of way.
I'm not surprised.
And because of that, yung information from Jensen, sinabi ko sa staff ko, then you look at the road right of way budget.
Malaki na, malaki.
Kasi 8 million na ito. Parang yata 18
Billion.
It doesn't mean ano, pero you know,
Naparay. Sana bill. Marami racket na ngayon.
doon ako nag-workshop.
Butar rin kagapon dito?
Oo, ikaw, wala.
Kababayan ba kayo? Kababayan kayo?
Sa Taguluan siya, sir. Taguluan.
Walang
Neighbor. Dapat tinail nyo na yung kaso. Tayo.
Meron na.
Kung anong meron na, file nyo na.
Sabihin nyo rin galing sa Senate, ha?
Yes. Sir, we will confirm this time kasi i-ano ko na lang yung pag-training ko dito. We will constantly coordinate.
Oo, dapat. Ito mo, umalabas sa tinatawag ko, ayaw bigay ka na yan. Ganyan yung mga yan.
Parang natatakot sila sa'yo. Kaya,
tututuhan ko naman sila.
Yun ang theory nung hanggang saan.
Hanggang na ito.
Hanggang national.
I think meron.
National DP.
Because nakita ng iba, puro talk. It's impossible na yun. So, kaya yung chicken niya. Kasi ang laki po. The bigger problem for now is inequality. That's the bigger problem.
Bago na ba?
Hindi. Yun na, nagsisinungaling. Sabi niya hindi niya na-receive. Hindi na-receive.
Bago na bang LRA?
Hindi pa? Hindi pa. May bago ata, may bago. Sino may bagong LRA? Tao ba nila yun? Bago na. Verify nyo nga yun kung bago na yung LRA. Sino yung bago?
Sir, bago na yung LRA.
Bago. 3 years dati, di ba?
Pero bago na. Sino na? Anong name?
Bermejo sila. Bermejo.
Tapos hindi pa naman din.
Ay, di nag-attend. Mahirap pa nga sagot.
Sir, could you kasi for the second
Level ng hearing?
sine for the
Hindi mo tatapos ang tenyo. Kakain pa yung mga tao dito.
so assistant lalabas sila kayo.
Kasi magtatalita ako eh.
Ay, 11.
Level na ako.
11 na nakatali.
Pero,
Pero session na.
kaya nga, tuloy na natin ang hapon. Pwede na tayo magbigay ng partial report ko. Ito siya, yan siya. 9%.
Much awaited na ito.
Tapos na yan.
Tapos sa partial report, sasabihin mo na you have to expand it.
Dito na, nabigay traffic na napasok. Just a white net. Kaya, Session is resumed. I hope you all had a great, hearty lunch. We'll try to make this quick because we have to vacate the premises by about 2:15, as we're going to have the sessions at 3 o'clock. Now, let me just go into the matter of not receiving the letter from Secretary. You claim you did not receive it? You still claim that? Do not nod your head.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have a copy of a letter here, and it is received because it is a confidential document. Saan yung envelope? It's stamp received in the Land Registration Authority. Are you aware of this?
No, Your Honor.
It is received on the Central Record Section on October 3, 2013 at 2:45 p.m. And it comes from the Department of Public Works, and it is addressed to Honorable Administrator Eulalio C. Diaz III, Land Registration Authority. Do you have an extra copy of this?
Yes, sir.
Can you show it to him? I will show it to you. So you say, but first I will read the letter of Secretary Singson to you, to Secretary Diaz, and it's marked confidential. Does the NBI have a copy of this? Oh, you have. And it says, Honorable Administrator Eulalio C. Diaz III, LRA, Land Registration Authority, LRA Central Office, East Avenue, corner NIA Road, Diliman, Quezon City. Dear Administrator Diaz III, as one of the department's thrust is to purge our list with scrupulous and dubious claims on payment of right-of-way, this is to respectfully request that a certification be issued by your office as to whether or not the herein attached copies of the transferred certificates of titles, TCTs, and original certificates of titles from where the CTCs are derived from, for properties in General Santos City are authentic/genuine and therefore appearing in the records of your registry. Period. Likewise, attached in summarized form is a complete list of TCTs/OCTs for your ready reference. Thank you and more power. Very truly yours, Rogelio L. Singson. And there is a barcode. All right? So you cannot deny that all these letters have a barcode. I will show it to you along with the attachment. And there is a signature there, and it says October 8, 2013, and there's a signature there on every page. Have you read it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then on October 9, 2013, you wrote a letter which you claim you did. This is not your signature.
Yes, Your Honor.
Says Secretary, Department of Public Works and Highways, DPWH. Sir, this is reference to your letter dated September 30, 2013, addressed to our administrator, Eulalio C. Diaz III, requesting for a certification on the authenticity/genuineness of the values attached TC transfer certificate titles, open parenthesis TCTs/original certificates of titles, OCTs, for properties in General Santos City. Our records show that subject TCTs/OCTs has been duly endorsed to our office by the Register of Deeds of General Santos City, being the repository of records of instrument affecting registered or unregistered lands within the area of its jurisdiction. Hence, the same titles appear in our Land Registration, Micrographics, and Computer Division, period. Therefore, the subject titles attached to your letter are authentic/genuine. Thank you and more power. Very truly yours, Sir John C. Pastrana, signed Chief Micrographics and Computer Division. And it's stamped received by the Department of Public Works on October 14, 2013. And it has received in the Bureau of Design, Office of the Director received October 16/13, and there's even the time, and received October 14, 2013 in the DPWH Secretary's Office. And there's also a barcode with the number OUT 3 $50917. Did you send this letter?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Can you get a copy of that letter? You cannot deny that there are barcodes in every letter, that this was received by the DPWH, so by the office of the LRA on September 30 and received October 3, and after which 6 days later you sent a letter allegedly on October 9. Are you saying that Secretary sings on lies?
No, Your Honor.
Why would he fabricate this? These are official documents from a cabinet minister of the country, addressed to your director of LRA, and obviously it was referred to you.
Your Honor, I did not
Administrator.
receive it, Your Honor. It's not addressed to me either.
No, it was addressed to your administrator, and obviously he would send it to you. Ayan, no? Receive October 3. May barcode ba yan? Ayan, no? Nakalagay, receive. Ha? Yung letter may barcode. Tingnan mo yung letter niya, may barcode yan, no? Ayan, no? May barcode. Nakalagay confidential, may barcode rin. Pati sagot mo, may barcode.
Wala po kaming barcode, Your Honor.
No, letter ni Singson may barcode.
Yeah, barcode po, I think, ng DPWH.
Yeah, so I would assume that that is regular.
I did not make any letter, Your Honor.
Sorry?
I did not make that letter, Your Honor.
And you're denying this is your signature.
Of course, I have...
Anyway, the NBI is already conducting handwriting scenario. But, you know, you're saying you never received the letter, but it shows on the face of it that Secretary Singson, who is an honorable man, I know him personally, dealt with him a long time. He was my vice chairman in the I'm being transparent here. He was has been in the government for a long time, and he acted as vice chairman of Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority. And later on, he would be BCDA. He would also be, holds high positions in private and governmental offices. So I don't know a reason why he would, concoct a letter sent to your administrator, and then all of a sudden you will deny your signature. I hope you all realize that you're under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Actually, Your Honor, I already requested NBI also to investigate on my signature. I requested it on April.
You know,
April 2, 2018.
you are in charge of all the microfilming, all the computers in your division. It's a very important job, isn't it? Where did you graduate?
Adamson University, Your Honor.
And how long have you been with the office?
2003, Your Honor.
2003. You started out as how?
As the chief of the Micrographics and Computer Division.
You
of
started
the-
as the chief right away. Who
Yes, sir.
appointed you?
No, I just applied, Your Honor.
Yeah, but who appointed you?
Administrator Ulep, Your Honor. Administrator Benedicto Ulep.
Benedicto?
Ulep.
How do you spell his last name?
ULEP.
ULEP, all right? And since that time, up to today, you've been serving as Chief Micrographics and Computer Division.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
And you don't have a barcode in your office?
We don't put barcodes on the letters, Your Honor.
Hmm?
We don't put barcodes on the letters.
Who's your direct superior?
The administrator.
The administrator. So it is not possible for the administrator to refer the letter to you?
Wala po siyang, he did not refer it to me, Your
No,
Honor.
I'm saying it is not possible for the administrator to refer it to you.
It's possible, Your Honor.
Huh?
It's possible, Your Honor.
That he did not refer the letter to you.
He did not refer.
And when he comes here and I ask him the question whether he received the letter, and he says I refer it to you, then we have a problem. If he says he did not receive it, we have a problem because the receipt show it was received. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I hope you understand what predicament you're trying to build on.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
If I may, Your Honor.
Yes, you may.
First of all, with regards to the letter, I cannot possibly do that letter because we don't have microfilms of the General Santos. So
You don't have what?
We did not microfilm the titles of the General Santos Register of Deeds.
But your title shows microfilm eh.
Yeah, that's why nga I did not write that
Micrographics. Yung ba ang title mo, micrographics?
letter. Yes, sir.
Oh, so yeah, micrographics.
We did not microfilm. Hindi po namin minicrofilm yung mga titles ng Gensan. That's
Well,
why
that is a letter of a secretary who doesn't know the internal procedures.
Hindi, even
But
on
what do you do? What do you do with the titles? So that in case it burns down, you have something else, right?
Yes, sir.
You digitize it, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? So, it's there.
And another thing, sir, I cannot authenticate titles, Your Honor. The possession of the title is not with me. I don't authenticate titles.
The question is whether those titles exist in your office.
It's only the Register of Deeds who can say whether the
No,
title...
no, no, I'm not asking. You are the central repository of all files. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So lahat na nasa Register of Deeds, sa iyo rin.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yun ang sinasabi ni Secretary Singson. The last resort is when they check the title, they're not going to the Register of Deeds, they're going to go to you. Because you are the central repository of all the titles of this country.
Yeah,
Otherwise, what good will your office be?
but I don't certify authenticity.
I did
of
not
the-
ask you that question. Secretary Singson was merely trying to confirm whether it's in your office. Don't you think so? Don't split
Yes, Your
hairs.
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Because even I, if I wrote your letter, could you please authenticate or find out whether you have a copy of this letter? The language may not be perfect, but obviously, the thrust is there. That you are there to verify whether such titles exist in the central records of the Land Registration Administration, where it is supposed to be.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right? So, by denying this, you're saying you did not answer it.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're saying that the LRA administrator did not refer anything to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are saying that maybe Senator Singson is wrong, he should never have referred anything to you. In spite of the fact that Roberto over there, Roberto Katapang, went to you, and when he went to you, you said, why don't you write me a letter?
No, no, no.
Ah.
First, if I may, sir, the first time Mr. Katapang came to my office, he was complaining and asking me if I could help him collect his share on that. That's the only time I heard those things. Tapos sabi ko,
Collect his share.
Opo.
Why would he ask you to collect his share unless he knows? I'm just following it. I'm not even going to ask him. Maybe he knows that you are the source of all these fake titles.
Kaya nga po, I was very surprised that ako yung nilalapitan niya. And then sabi niya, then I will file a complaint. Sabi ko, you write a complaint first. Kasi mahirap naman yung puro verbal yung usapan.
You write the complaint first.
Yes, sir. Yun
Hindi ka
lang po
nagalit.
sinabi
O,
ko.
mag-complain ka. Mag-demanda ka. Mag-formal complaint ka. Iba sinabi mo?
Hindi naman po, sir. Sabi ko,
Ah.
put it in writing lang po. Kasi
Ah.
mahirap naman po yung I will investigate on something na wala naman akong pinagbabasihan din.
He was not asking you to investigate. According to you, he was asking you if he could collect his share. Which is which?
First of all, sir,
No, which is which? Don't first of all me.
both,
Tell me the answer.
both, sir.
Anong both?
Nung una po, ang sabi niya, tulungan ko daw siyang makakuha ng share.
O, yun ang sinabi mo. Ngayon, binaiba mo yung tanong niya.
And then, nung sabi ko, hindi ko kilala yung mga pinag-mention, I haven't met them.
Why, do you know him before?
No, sir.
Why would he go to you if he did not know you before?
I do not even know, sir.
Alright, sige. Oh, what happened? Why did you tell
And
him
then,
to file a complaint?
And then, nung sabi niya,
Did he accuse you of falsifying these documents?
No, sir.
O why would you tell him to file a complaint?
Because may mga kiniklaim siya dun, sir, nung sinabi niya na
It is
ito
not
daw.
logical.
May
He's asking you to help him. It is not logical for you to tell him, file a complaint. He's just asking you to help him. Maybe he knows something that chismis. So why should you tell him file a complaint? Why would he file a complaint?
Kasi, sir, ang tanong niya sa akin is that paano ako magko-complain?
No. Paano ako magko-complain? Why would you tell him to file a complaint? What precipitated you to file a complaint? Bakit mo mag-complain ka? Eh, sinasabi niya.
Kasi,
Pakitulungan
sir,
mo naman ako, hindi ako makakolekta dito.
Kasi, sir, pinipresent niya sa akin yung mga titles na sabi niya, mga fake daw po yun.
Mm.
So, sabi ko, then you file a complaint regarding that.
Against whom?
Ay, sabi niya po, mga taga-DPWH.
Yun ang sabi niya.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sige, Roberto, kakatapa, what do you say?
Totoo yung sinabi niya na nag-report ako sa kanya about sa mga fake titles dahil napumunta na doon ata, pagkaalala ko sa usapan natin, nakapunta na si Ma'am Saldivar sa office mo mismo. Pinakita mo yung title na yon at chinecheck ni Ma'am Saldivar. And then, in-okay mo. Kaya nga nag-okay to si Ma'am Saldivar na bayaran niyang sa Lagaw.
Is
Yun
that
ang nangyari
true?
doon.
You mean to tell me that Attorney Saldivar, you went to his office to try and have him verify whether those titles exist in the central registry?
Yes, Your Honor. On November 26, 2014, I
So a
personally...
year after this letter of Secretary Singson?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you went to
I
him?
personally went to the LRA. I met him at his office, confronted him on the certifications that I brought, which appear to have been signed by him, and he said yes. So I asked him further, what is the proof of the truthfulness of these contents of the certification?
Ano yung yung nakalista?
Opo, yung
Yung pinadala ni Secretary Singson?
including other certifications which says about the suffixes, yung das A. So, kinonfront ko po siya doon, and then I said, ano ang katibayan ng katotohanan ng sinabi mo sa certification mo? And then he seemed to be surprised because according to him, there was already a verification made previously by a certain attorney James Villafranca, who was the consultant of the Bureau of Design ng DPWH, and also there was an employee from the COA. So when he said, nasa database namin yan, so ano ang database? Because I'm not a computer literate, hindi ako masyadong marunong sa ganun. And then sinabi niya, nasa computer namin yan. So saan po yung computer nyo? Then he accompanied me to another room with my staff, na administrative officer ko noon, and individually, there was this staff of his who opened the computer and accessed the titles, and I matched individually the title numbers, the registered owners, and a quick look at the technical description. Yun
And
po
was
ang
it the
talagang
title?
ginawa.
Talaga ba nandun?
Po, yes. Nakita ko sa computer. And that was contained in my memorandum dated November 27 to the secretary.
So what did that prove? That he was saying the truth?
That the titles are existing. And siyempre pag existing, nandun sa record sila, what is the presumption? That is authentic, genuine, existing. And in fact,
Pero ang inihingi ni Secretary Singson sa kanya,
Yun din po yung hiningi ni Secretary
Then let
Singson.
me finish. Ang hiningi ni Secretary Singson, totoo ba ito mga titulong ito?
Sir,
Ang sabi niya, hindi niya natanggap yung sulat niya, wala siyang ginawa, wala siya na ano. Ang sinasabi mo ngayon, nagpunta ka doon, anong hiningi mo sa kanya naman?
the same, sir, because I acted pursuant to the marginal notes of the Secretary. Ang isa doon
Anong
kasi-
tinanong mo sa kanya exactly? Totoo ba ito o hindi?
Yes, sir.
Totoo.
Totoo ba itong mga titles? Paano ko ma-verify ito?
So, na-verify niya, totoo yung title.
Yes, sir, because I went to the
Just a moment.
room.
Just a moment. So, pagbalik nyo, babayaran na nila ngayon.
That's the reason why I recommended the Jensen claims for payment, further payments.
So,
subsequent payments.
DPWH na based on his assertion or his statement na legal yung at totoo yung title, nagbayad kayo.
Yes, sir. Parang extra due diligence on my part. I could have relied heavily on those certifications and the fact that there were previous payments were in no negative audit findings by both regional and central office COA. I did my own
Sinasabi lang
person-
nila is that the titles do exist.
Yes, sir.
Pero yung ba mga title na ito, yung mga kumuha ng SPA, hindi naman nakapangalan talaga doon sa mga taong yun?
Hindi po nakapangalan sa mga may attorneys, the ones who acted as attorneys in fact. Nakapangalan pa rin sa landowners.
Sa tunay na may-ari.
Opo.
So sinasabi mo, lahat ng 9, can you put it out? Lahat ng siyam na nandito sa board, totoo talaga sila may-ari.
Your Honor.
No, sagutin mo muna ako.
Pero may verification, Your Honor. Because in fact, I was with
So
my...
i-verify na sila talaga may-ari.
Yes, Your
Now,
Honor.
let me ask you a question. Both of you. Ikaw muna. Bakit ang title dyan, 25,700, pare-pareho? Bakit yung ibang title, 23,700, pare-pareho? Ganun ba ang sukat ng lupa doon sa Sierra? I'm not asking you, Panyero. Please do not make faces, ha? You're aiding your witness, ha? The witness. No, you're acting like it. You're both from the same department. Do not make faces. Now, ganyan ba talaga? Pare-pareho? Saan yung area? Pare-parehong amount, oh. Ayan, oh. Saan yung area? Yung area na sinasabi yung lupa. Ayan. Oh, ang area, hindi, nandun na standard. Ano nakalagay yan? 25,713 in the name of Ricardo B. Canada. Tama ba yun? Nakapangalan talaga sa kanya, 25,713? Yan ang binerify mo, Attorney Saldivar?
Your Honor, I'm not very certain on the specific area because that was not
I'm
my...
just asking. Yan ba kay Canada? Ang binerify mo?
Kasama po yan.
Okay. Si Nanita S. Austria, may TCT number. Ang binerify ba ay 25,713 rin.
Kasama din po yan.
Pare-pareho ang sukat.
Yes, Your Honor.
Exactamente. Ramon Ballester, so, ang sukat, 25,713.
So, hindi ko po masabi exactly that is the
I'm
area.
just asking a plain
But
question. Register of deeds ba kayo? Oh, tama ba yan, yung mga sukat? Can you come up here? Dito na, sa tabi ko, para... Halika, para makita ka sa TV, makita ka ng boyfriend mo, asawa mo, at lahat ng kamag-anak mo. Halika rito. Ba't ka gumaganon? Ayan, sige. Makita ang beauty mo ng buong mundo. Napapanood tayo sa Dubai, sa France, sa Germany, sa Amerika. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Your
sige, ma'am.
Honors. I am Attorney Pescadera,
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Acting Register of Deeds for General Santos City.
Acting?
Acting Register of Deeds.
Register, oh.
NBI SEMRO
has requested a certification from our office whether or not the title numbers that you saw on screen are actually existing and kept intact in the Registry of Deeds of General Santos City. We have issued a certification that they are not true.
So, mali.
Mali.
Talaga kung ako si Secretary Singson, babayaran ko ng milyon-milyon. Pare-pareho ang sukat. Ang bayad 27 million ba? Di ba? 27 million? 25 million. Ano ba? 25 or 27? Pare-pareho ang bayad niyan. 25 million. Pare-pareho ang sukat. Look, I don't ask questions without a point here. So I'm going to lay it on to you. Attorney Saldivar, you're a lawyer. You didn't bother to check? Mike, please.
Maybe at that time, Your Honor, I was not particularly
In your
paying
lucid
attention
interval.
to the area because I was looking at the title number, registered owners, and just a quick look at the technical descriptions. Besides, Your Honor, when I did that personal verification individually on the titles, Mr. Pastrana was with me while his staff was accessing all the...
Pastrana, umuo ka.
He was there.
Umuo ka rin doon. Okay yung title na yan. 25,700. Relax. Huwag kang magpapakita.
Yes, Your Honor. It's still existing in our database up to now.
Database, ha?
Yes, Your Honor.
How come dinideny ng Register of Deeds ngayon? Yeah. Is it not true? Madam, Miss pa ba kayo? Mrs. Pescadera. Di po ba totoo na ang lupa na yan kay, I'll give you an example, Ramon Ballesteroso. Ha? Ayan, nilabas nyo na eh. Wala na akong sekreto rito. Gulat na ako rito. Wala na, bisto na. 90 square meters lang ang titulo na palitan ng 25,730. Ayan, oh. Oh. 90 square meters. Biglang lumaki. 25,730 square meters. Yung dito uli. Kay Nenita, Austria. 25,713. Dito, 136 square meters. Anong tama dyan? And don't you bother to check? You're being asked that your taxpayers, assuming you're a taxpayer, is about to be spent by the government on land that does not exist. Mabayaran 25,700 square meters when in truth and in fact, 136 square meters lang yung isa 90 square meters. Shame on you. Ikaw ang dapat nakaka-verify niya, dapat tinitingnan mo. Ganun rin ang Department of Public Works. Dapat tinignan ninyo yan. Yan ang unang tinanong nyo. Bakit tayo babayad? Maybe, babayaran natin 25,000 pero nakalagay pala sa tunay na title 90 square meters. Kaya kayo tinanong ni Secretary Singson. Ang sagot mo ngayon, hindi po ako yan. Wala po ako nakuha letter niyan. Hindi po ako pumirma. Tama ba ito, Miss Pescadora? Oh, turo mo. Oh, ito, para makita ka sa TV ng gusto. Yan. Ito, ma'am. Isa-isahin mo. Babasahin ko.
Yes, Your
Ayan,
Honor.
Ricardo B. Canada. Anong basa nyo kay Ricardo B. Canada? Sa Register of Deeds, 137 square meters. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor. And
Dito, sa Region 12, submitted for verification by NBI sa SEMRO, ay 25,713 square meters. Nakita ba ng NBI anong araw? Dapat kinulong nyo na lahat sa mga yan kagad eh. Bino nyo, niloloko ang bayan natin. Sabi ni Senator Pacquiao, binababoy nila talaga. Nasa Mindanao ba naman kayo? Bawal ang baboy dun. What do you say now? Mr. Ang hirap tandaan ng title mo eh. Micrographic and Computer Head. You are supposed to protect the interests of DPWH as their counsel.
That's why I did my extra due diligence. I did not rely heavily on the...
How come my staff can do their due diligence better than you? Do you know that this is not even along the national highway?
Your Honor, I took the word of the LRA and the certifications as well as the result of my verification because I know that they are already, they have this computerized system or program. Why should they upload a title which
What are we going to do now, madam? What are we going to do now with LRA? Niloloko pala ang buong mundo ng LRA. Ang buong Pilipinas, sinisira ang reputation natin. Ang nakalagay doon sa computer mo, 25,700. Ang nakalagay talagang tunay sa baba, sa Register of Deeds, is 90 square meters. At ano ang ginagawa ng DPWH? Di ba nyo ma-check doon sa Register of Deeds yan? Kaya ayaw na magpakita ng city assessor sa akin dahil may tax mapping, lalabas kung sino may-ari at ilan talaga ang square meters. Sus Maria Josep, ako isang hearing ko lang doon, nahuli ko na lahat yan. Ngayon, lumalawak pa. Hindi nyo makita sa DPWH. Hindi nyo makita dahil nabubulag yung mga tao nyo doon sa dami ng salapi. At pakita na natin ngayon, binabayaran nyo in cash. Binabayaran nyo in cash. Hindi ba may rule dyan na you cannot pay in cash? Dapat cheque. Sana yung usay. Tama ba yan? Do you pay in cash in DPWH or check? Ibrahim.
All are with check, sir.
Check.
Yeah.
In fact, cross-check. Diyos ko. Bakit ba ako nilagay sa Blue Ribbon Committee at ang dami nabubuk ko ngayon? Hindi ko naman hiningi ito
It's not cross-check, sir.
Ha?
It's not cross-check.
Basta check eh.
Yes, sir.
Pero meron sa DBP, ang binabayad, cross-check. Para for deposit.
Hindi po, sir. Hindi naka-cross-check.
Can you show now the movie? Nahuli ko yung mga sa immigration sa movie. Nagbabayad ng 50 million. Ayan na. Sara natin ang ilaw para makapag-hold hands kayong lahat. Okay. Habang nanonood kayo ng sine. Sergeant at Arms, turn off the lights, please. Sige. Go. Ayan. Ito si Guru. SPA. Kilala mo yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ang sabi ni Robert Katabang, kilala ko si Sara Guru. SPA. Yan. Sige. Nag-uusap. Sino yung katabi niya? Security ba niya yan? Ayun. Ano yun? Oy. Ayun. Ayun. Ayun pa. Ayan pa. Tama na, maawa na kayo. Ayan pa rin. Kulay asul na yon. Yung una, 500. So everything in the house is starting to fall down, doesn't it? It is a web of corruption involving LRA that manufactures in their computer fake titles that involves a DPWH on the ground that doesn't even bother to check the size of the land na right of way. Hindi pala right of way yan eh. The wrong way. I think I rest my case. Mr. NBI, you have everything now, right? Dati wala kayo niyan. Now you have it. Please answer, di ba? Kasi pag nag-file kayo na lang ang bida, nakakalimutan niyo yung Senado, ginagawa yung tungkulin. Tapos atakihin pa kami, panay imbestiga, wala nangyayari. May mangyayari kaya ngayon dito po. Hindi naman ako ganito magsalita, kaya lang napipikon na ako sa inyo eh.
Opo, with that sir, opo.
Ayan na, ayan. Di ba? Limpak-limpak na sa labi. Ayan na yung papel lang ni Miss Pescadora. Pescadora ba? Pescadera. Fisherwoman. Ba't hindi makita ng DPWH yan? Ibang-iba. Ibrahim?
Sir,
Ang layo naman ata nung 96 square meters. Doon sa 27,500.
Last payment yan.
Kahit na grade 2, malalaman yan.
Actually, sir, for the DPWH, what we evaluated is yung na-submit na title. Hindi naman yung title na pinakita ni Register of Deeds.
I want to share something with you.
Yun po.
Ang Blue Ribbon, pag tumingin yan, halimbawa DOH, bantay ng tao yan laban sa sakit. Lahat ng bibili na gamot yan, dapat tama para hindi masasaktan ng tao. Ang DPWH, may rules kayo na sinasabi doon sa rules ninyo na para hindi tayo maloloko, titignan muna, kaya pinasabi ko ito kanina, ng inyong district, tawag dito, district engineer. Di ba? Magsasabit siya. Director Patrick, tama ba yung sinasabi ko? Paliwanag nyo sa amin. Sino ang unang babalasa? District engineer. May right of way tayo. Gagawa tayong program. Gagawa ng design. Pag nagawa na yung design, magsasabit kayo kung ano yung mara right of way. Pag nagsabit kayo ng right of way, titignan nyo, tama ba yung, meron ba tayong tax declaration? Meron ba tayong land titles? Meron tayong sino may-ari niyan? Verifikado ba yan? Kasi baka magbayad tayo sa mali. Tama ba yung title? Tama ba yung sukat ng lupa? Sino magbe-verify?
Meron sir, IRO committee.
No. District engineer muna.
Yes sir, actually wala akong authority ang district engineer. Nasa regional office. Pag
Alam
umabot
ko,
ng
pero siya muna magsasamit ng homework. Tapos papadala niya sa district. Tama po ba yan?
Yes sir.
Hindi ba?
Yes sir.
Siyempre, check-checkin yun. Ang susunod na mag-check, region. Tama po ba yan?
Tama sir.
Tapos pag na-check na ng region, tama lahat ng title, tama lahat ng pangalan, tama lahat ng kuhan, tinek na sa legislation, central. Pagdating sa central, check-checkin. Di ba? Ulit.
Tama sir.
Bago ilagay sa salansan ng aero. Pero ang Secretary Singson, sinabi niya, teka muna, mukhang napakalaki nito. Checkin natin doon sa LRA. Yun naman talaga dapat. Pagka duda ka, saan ka tatakbo kung verify mo? LRA. Yan ang magsasabi, tunay ang title. Kung uutang ka sa bangko, ang bangko titignan, tama ba yung title niyan? Pakicheck mo nga sa LRA kung tama. Kung magbebenta ka ng lupa, tingnan mo sa LRA kung tama. Kung ang LRA ibibigay sa inyo mali, todas ang bansa. Naloko ang DPWH, naloko ang taxpayer, ang laki ng binayad, 8,000 meters lang ang kailangan, ang binayaran ay 285 billion pesos. Wow! Asek, do you have a case?
Yes, sir.
Pagsabi mo na sa buong mundo, does the Secretary of Justice now, who will file this case, now have a case with the video,
Yes, sir.
with the sworn statements here, and with all the lies na nahuhuli, And with all the documentation na may barcode kayo, mahuhuli na ba natin ito mga ito?
Yes, sir. With the 33 previously filed, sir, maybe we could add other respondents for the
Oh,
case.
definitely. We're just starting here.
Yes, sir.
Ang susunod yung, magpasalamat tayo kay Senator Pacquiao. Siya lahat ang nagbunyag niyan eh.
Yes, sir.
Pinilit niya akong hilahin doon sa Dipasa Kwan, sa Jersan. At pinagtulungan namin ni Senator Pimentel, Senate President.
Yes, sir.
So ang mga senador nyo, gagawin ang trabaho, basta totoo lang ang papakita. Pag niloko nyo ang mga senador, pati kami kasama na. Eh, hindi naman kami papaloko.
In fact, Mr. Chair, with the recent discovery, maybe it's timely for the DOJ to recommend the audit of the LRA, considering that there's inconsistency between the Register of Deeds and the LRA records. So maybe it's about time to check on that.
I will take the recommendations of Senator Sergio Yap as part of the committee report. We're going to do that. We're going to overhaul LRA. And I'm going to send a personal letter to President Duterte that this is catastrophic. And I will even ask that we go back, all the way back, to all the previous. This starts way back in 1954, if I'm not mistaken. Yan panlilin lang sa titulo, talagang hukayin natin ang mga nakaraan. I would suggest that because LRA is under the Department of Justice. Kaya sa inyo yan, para masisiguro nyo hindi tayo lolokohin ng mga tao dyan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. On that note, I think we can continue with the hearing tomorrow. Because baka pagbayarin ako ng fine ni Secretary Pimentel, ni Senator Pimentel, mayroon kaming hearing, mayroon kaming alas 3 mamaya. In the meantime, I would strongly suggest Attorney Saldivar that you make up because lalabas you were derelict.
I will be here tomorrow, Your Honor.
You're derelict. Lahat sila, lahat ng mga tao dyan. Meron ko ba sasabihin na, Robert?
Wala, ang sa akin lang, Your Honor, is yung nangyari kina Saldivar at saka sa kay Pastrana, is pinuntahan ko yan sila pareho, Your Honor, ni-report ko sa kanila na may anomaly. Ang problema lang, wala silang aksyon na ginawa.
Sino ang LRA?
LRA, si Pastrana po, at saka si Ma'am Saldivar.
I beg
Pinuntahan ko
to,
yan.
Your Honor, may I react to that,
Sure.
please? It's very wrong for him to be declaring that because I have proof to show that I referred his, I sent letters to PNP. I coordinated with the CIDG investigator, Makachor. I even drafted a letter signed by the secretary
Well, that
addressed
is
to
a
the
matter
PNP.
between the two of you and your defense in case there are cases later on that will be filed. The point is, we are just here to unmask what is happening in our country. And it's very clear that there is a big swindle that has been going on for the last several decades. If we go back, I'm sure, nakatakot ka namin ni Senator Pimentel, baka kumala na ito sa lahat ng region eh. That's why we really have to investigate, overhaul the LRA. And I agree with that. And that's been my recommendation from day one. And by the way, part of my recommendations, because I don't want masayang naman ang COA, wala pa ako nakikita ng report ng COA dito, tapos wala pa rin ako nakikita ng report ng BIR. Where's the BIR, please? Hello? Yan. Hindi ba nyo dapat habulin lahat yung mga hindi nagbabayad ng tax dyan? Di ba? Ang daming nakuha sa gobyerno. Tatawa-tawa all the way to the bank. Ate. Yes, ma'am. I'm ready to listen to the answer of the BIR.
Sir, if it may be permitted, our chief of the legal division, who was the one present in the last hearing,
Yes,
will
did I
speak
not
for
say that, ma'am? Did I not say, BIR, anong gagawin nyo dyan?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, we have already started verifying those people concerned here, and we already have the data. However,
You have the data, but you have not filed.
Yes, Your Honor, because still
You have not
incomplete.
even investigated, you have not even audited.
We still have to ask permission from the Commissioner, Your Honor.
Alright, can I get all the SPAs here? Andito na ba yung SPA? Sino yung mga SPA? Nalagay na natin sa ako natin. Tinawag ba natin lahat ng mga SPA, yung mga Special Power of Attorney? Robert, you know all of them, right?
Almost.
Siguro, kilala mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Si Uy, nasa ospital ngayon. Palagi nagkakasakit eh. No. Sino pa?
Si Bilayo, Uy, Jun Javier, Alan Manansala, si...
And we're still waiting for the audit and the from DBP.
And May Javier.
Huh?
May Javier.
May Javier. All right. I will recommend, therefore, that all these people involved here be under at least watch by the immigration. Do you think that this is a recommendation that the Secretary of Justice will entertain?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I think...
Hindi pa hold departure. Wala pa kaso eh.
Yes, sir. Before, sir, there's already a list previously by the former Secretary Aguirre. The watch list.
That's why I asked Secretary Aguirre. Remember last time I
yeah.
told him, oh, meron ka ng kaso. Kaso mo na. Akala ko nagkaso na kayo. 1 month and a half na yun eh.
Yes. But for those who have already been filed, sir, a case, maybe it's timely for the whole departure order.
Yeah, because you really have to do that.
Yes, sir.
Then I strongly suggest to the NBI that you go back. Para makuha na ninyo lahat yung mga nangyayari yan. We have to clean up the titling system in this country. I've already filed several bills na na-approve dito para yung mga mahirap magkaroon ng titulo. From the Public Land Act, nako-convert nila, meron na silang title so they can borrow money against it. So they have something to leave their families with, kahit na 200 square meters. Mga ganun lang halaga niyan eh. Ito, nakakabayad kayo ng libo-libong hektarya na yung lupa lang pala ng may-ari, 96. Kaya pala, ang ibibigay lang doon sa may-ari, eh kung wala nga kinikita, eh, bigyan mo lang ng 50 milyon, happy-happy na yan eh. Alright, so, Rudy, do you have any instructions for... I just work for these people, you know. They just tell me what to do. Tomorrow, our hearing will start at 11 a.m. Please be patient with us because we're crestfallen. Senator Edgardo Angara passed on yesterday, and we're going to have services for him tomorrow here in this very session hall. I hope you'll pray for the repose of his soul. He was one of our greatest senators. He worked hard. He was not perfect, like all of us are not perfect, but he did a lot of good things for the country, a lot of landmark laws, and that's why we will honor him tomorrow. So tomorrow we start at 11 a.m. Because I'm delivering part of the eulogy. If Senator Pacquiao is not doing the eulogy, maybe he will take the lead muna doon sa kabilang kwarto, and then I'll just follow. Anyway, he's a very able chairman of Public Works. He'll be able to do that. Those who were invited are not here, and I repeat this on notice. Everybody, Wilma Mamburao and all the others, yung mga itong si Uy, and I would suggest that you call all the others na sinabi ni Robert na mga SPA para mahuli na natin lahat yan at masabi ko ano ang dapat nila sabihin. Those who are invited but are not here must show cause why they are not here, or we will cite them for contempt. Meantime, I expect the BIR to silently tell us what you're going to do about it, and the COA. I think you have a report already. You should have a report by now. By the way, thank the COA for sustaining the blue ribbon in the matter of PCMC, the Philippine Children's Memorial Medical Center, who was tasked to implement a laki-laking inoculation, and I'm glad you saw that. Thank you. So we will make the system work. We can make the government work. And if everybody works together, I think we can have some good benefits for our people. Okay, on that note, I will suspend the hearing. Mr. Tamayo, you were requesting me that I invite the others. But I am told also that you caught the tail end of this and you also recommended. So, please do not try to tell me you're exculpated because it was not your time. Do we understand one another? Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ah, sige. Mabuti na yun, tumulong kayo para matapos na ito. At di na humaba. Ahaba at ahaba yan. Alright? Panyero, you have a question? Ha? Mag-usap kayo ni Colonel. Please try to bring your witness here. I wish her well. I hope she doesn't have a heart attack, but she has a lot of things to explain. Ang venue po ay, napagalitan tuloy ako, committee room number 2 and 3. Okay? Thank you all very much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. The session is suspended.